Hey, welcome to my tutorial on how to get started in Dwarf Fortress. First things first, you need to go to the internet, go to Google, Yahoo, whatever your preference may be, Bing even, and I want you to search Lazy Newb Pack, N-E-W-B, not N-O-O-B. When you want to download the non-hacked version, it's going to pull up a forum thread. The Lazy Newb Pack is going to come with a lot of utilities that help make the game a lot easier. Let me actually move it in front of you. Once you download it and run it, this is what you're going to see. What I always do is I turn on cave-ins off and I turn aquifers off. And I usually go to graphics and I load this specific one. I have trouble understanding. I'm not hardcore enough to use the original graphics that come with the game. I would like to get used to it again though. And then you go to utilities. You're going to probably use Dwarf Therapist the most. I do like Sound Sense. It gives the game a little bit more feeling because normally without Sound Sense it's not got any sounds. Let's hit options here, and I'd hit play and then we'd end up with the window I'm at now. So you're going to go to start playing. Usually you're going to pick Dwarf Fortress mode. It's going to create a new region. Now as you can see everything all here, we're going to kind of pick an area. As you see, I'm moving around. I actually haven't loaded the default texture pack, so this is actually what it looks like without a texture pack. And so as you can look onto the side here, you can see these different categories. Temperate, temperature, trees, other vegetation surroundings, and then under that you see shallow cave, deep soil, aquifers, deep metal, flex stone. Apparently I forgot to turn off aquifers. But yeah, these are all very important as this is where you embark. We're just going to randomly pick somewhere that's not terrible. You actually refer to my Let's Play series for more in-depth looks at how to play. This is just a quick how to set up Dwarf Fortress for your first time playing. Let's go through here. Something that doesn't look super scary. How about just somewhere randomly up here? Okay, this place has very deep soil aquifers, shallow metal. Notice there's no S. If there's no S, that means it's only one type of metal. It's temperate, it has woodlands and moderate untamed wilds. We're going to go ahead and embark here. And if you look down at the bottom, everything's controlled by a letter. You've got U, M, K, H to kind of move around. I was actually using the arrow keys. And you can actually do find desired location if you want. And you can turn on those different categories and it'll actually filter out certain areas. That way you can just pick good places. Now I'm going to actually hit the embark key. You have to select an area with salt water. Well, see, and normally in your case you don't want that, but I'm just going to go ahead and hit enter since we're not going to be playing for very much. And if you're downloading the new pack, it's actually going to give you some pre-mades so that you don't have to try to set up your own what would you call them, group before they go. And it gives you the basics of what you really need to start out with, which are some miners, some woodcutters, masons, craft, fishermen, farm, cook. I usually just go with the first one, but you can go with whichever one you'd like. You can actually set up your own if you'd prefer, but you definitely want a miner in your group, otherwise it's going to slow you down quite a lot. Embark preparations were not complete. See, you've got your different guys here, and you can see what their specific skills are. There's a lot of skills in this game. I'm going to hit E again to embark. It's actually slowed down significantly, probably because it's preparing the embarkshire. You have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidden wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Locrum Abur. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout later comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for you your dwarves. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you. But it is spring now, enough time to delve secure lodging. Earth the giant, Dorgus get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. Morlagulkut, page dabbling, strike the earth. One thing about this is it's going to develop a unique history for you, and that's part of what makes the game really good. Let's go ahead and enter. Okay, so here's this is this crazy stuff. First thing I do is I hit tab twice, since I don't really want to see my mini-map, and that shows you just your commands right there. Right there, again, it's a little hard even for me to make out, because I usually use the texture pack, but the little square areas are, let's see, how can I zoom in? Okay, I'll zoom in as much as I can for you guys. Now let's go over. So we see our dwarves. Our dwarves are represented by the happy signals. Just a really quick, again, this is just to get you started. D is for mining. So I hit D. Actually, you're going to hit B. No, sorry. D and then D. And that selects mining. And so we can come over here into this hillside and we're going to build a little tiny area. Normally I would build down, but we're going to build out just for simplicity's sake right now. Now you click here. You can use your mouse to shape the area you want to dig out, or you can use the X and hit enter. And see if you hit a space and then you hit down there, it does a bar. The more hardcore people only want to use the keyboard and no mouse functions. So here we go, we're going to dig out. Actually, I'm going to hit the X button, which lets me unselect. D. Then I'm going to make a bit of a meeting hall. Just a place to get everyone to move all their stuff. And then I'm going to make a little room over here. It's actually not going to be that little. This is where I'm going to make my first stockpile, which I'm going to allow all things in it besides corpses and trash. And stockpiles are what allow you to set an area for certain items, which is something that's really important. To start with, you'll probably just put everything in one spot, but as you advance, you want to have certain stockpiles for certain areas. So let's go ahead and do this and I'll show you what happens. So you exit out and you press space to resume. Now our little miner should be coming up here pretty soon. There he is, our little gray guy. And as you can see, he's digging out the shape we just developed. I'm not sure what that C is. Maybe that's a cat. That's probably another miner. There we go. He's coming in. He's going to help us out here. And the very first thing I like to do is do a stockpile. And actually, while they're doing that, we can come out here. Again, we're going to hit the D key. And now we're going to hit the T key to chop down trees. Now I'm going to hit in the corner up here, just somewhere, and then come all the way down. We're going to create a box. Okay? And you see all those highlighted? Those are trees that are now going to get cut down. So now you can see the tree choppers going up and he's cutting the tree down. We're watching him. See, and there you go. I suppose the N represents logs. Let's see if that's true. Wait, oh no, I guess it's the bar. Yeah, the little bars represent logs. Okay, now our miners are almost done over here. We see our fishermen's already started to do some fishing because feeding your dwarves is pretty important. They like to have fat bellies and they really, really like their mead, so you want to get on brewing right away. But again, this is just to set up the real basics. So we're actually going to hit P for stockpile. And I'm going to go to C for custom stockpile. Now I'm going to hit the corner here. And then this corner up here. I just created a undefined custom stockpile. Now I escape here and I'm going to hit actually the Q button. The Q button is set building tasks and preferences. Now I'm going to go to change settings, which is S. And I'm actually going to hit enter for everything. Oh, E for enable. Enable animals, food, ammo. I'm going to skip corpses, refuge, go to stone, ammo. Actually, let's disable stone. We don't want stone in there. Coins, bars, blocks, gems, furniture, leather, goods, wood, transportation, armor. Okay? So I hit escape to get out. Pause to resume. Or actually, okay, there we go. Now we're resuming. And as you can see, people are now, our little dwarves are moving all of our precious supplies inside where it's safe. Safe and warm. Now, the next thing you're probably going to want to do is you're going to hit DD. You want to make a little area for workshops. That's pretty big a mess. So I'm going to create some workshops right here. This should be enough space for them. Now, hit enter, let my miners get to work right there, digging that out. Now, workshops allow you to create items. In this case, we've gathered wood, so we can make a craft workshop and I forget what the other one's called that works with the wood. Carpentry workshop. And to do this, you're going to go to D. Actually, no, you're going to go to B for building. And then if you look down, you actually have to hit the minus button to go down and see which one it is. It's going to be workshops for W. And these are all the different workshops. These all can create different items. We're actually going to go to C for carpentry. And now I've selected an empty slot for it. So I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to choose to use oak logs to make it. You want to make it with the highest quality items you have available when you get more of them, because the better and more high quality and more wealth you have inside of your fortress, the happier dwarves are. Now, if I just let him keep going, whoever has some skills with building or carpentry skills is actually going to go in there soon and build the workshop. It's not there automatically. It has to be built. Now, if we can see them. Oh, another thing. You want to set zones. We're going to hit I to set a zone. Now we're going to set a zone right in here. Hit one corner, come down to the other. I'm going to set this as a meeting area. Escape, done. And what's this do is it moves everybody into it. So everyone should be moving there. When they're idle and they don't have any jobs to do, and they're not sleeping or eating, they're going to pretty much idle in the meeting zone. This is important for keeping them out of trouble and in safe area. You don't want them just hanging out outside, because then they might get killed. As you can see, they're really putting a lot of logs up into the stockpile, which is good. They're still chopping them down. It takes them a little while. Our fisher dwarf is probably at one of these ponds right now fishing. And there's all sorts of other things going on here, but that should be enough to get you guys started. Stockpiles, somewhere to put them. You do want to set them up bedrooms as well. As we can see, he's down there actually building our craft shop, or whatever it's called again. Let's come down here. We're going to actually add a new task, and I'm actually going to create a bed. So what I did again is I hit Q, I scrolled over it, hit add new task, and then B for construct a bed. Escape, let them get going. Now one of them is going to go up into the stockpile, retrieve some wood, or he might retrieve some wood from outside as well. And he's going to take it down there, and he's going to build. Let's see, I'm waiting for one of them. Sometimes you have to wait on these guys. There we go. He has some wood. Okay, he went and put the wood up, and he's leaving now. He's leaving. It's possible we don't have a craft dwarf enabled. Real quick, let me show you guys how Dwarf Therapist works. You're going to open up your Lazy Newb pack right here. Go to Utilities, open up Dwarf Therapist. Now this right here is very amazing. That's all I can say about it. So these are the dwarfs we have right now. Right now he's storing items in stockpile. We actually want him building stuff. So we're going to scroll over here and turn off him as a hauler, because he has more valuable things to do with his time. Commit changes. Now he's going to stop hauling stuff around, and he should be coming in here soon to do the task. So now that once he gets done hauling, he should be done hauling here momentarily. Now he's moved the wood down here and he's going to construct a bed. He'll probably move the bed up there once he's done. Now again, D for mine. I'm actually going to make some bedrooms. So we're going to leave the bedrooms off of here. And I'm going to make one bedroom right here. Okay, and they're going to dig the bedroom while he keeps making... He's taking a long time to make that bed. They'll be a lot faster once they get their skills up. Okay, there's the bed. The bed looks like it's a 0. Now, once they get done building that... Alright, so we're going to hit B. As long as you have a bed that's been built, you can now place a bed. Now you come down here, and you have now hit enter. Chestnut bed. We only have one. He just made it out of chestnut wood. There's now a bed there. And someone who's free is going to grab the bed. As you can see, it's being moved down now. And he's going to place that bed right there in that location. And now when they're sleepy, they're going to go down there and sleep in it. You can actually assign the bed to people, which is something you will eventually want to do. You can give them drawers. You can give them tables. You actually definitely want to get some tables and chairs. There's actually administration. You actually want to set people into different categories. You definitely need a bookkeeper. The bookkeeper under administration, you see N shows them. A bookkeeper, does anyone have relevant... They'll tell you if anyone has relevant skills. None of them do. I'm going to go ahead and make this siege engineer the bookkeeper real quick, just so I can show you guys. I can click on Z status, and you see it keeps track of all the stuff we have, right? You see where it says meat, fish, and everything, and all those question marks. If you have a leveled up bookkeeper, you'll actually have more precise numbers. And it's important because you want to know how much of stuff you have. You end up with a lot of stuff. There's your stocks, gives you a little more accuracy. Again, you could have 1 or you could have 20. You don't know because you don't have a bookkeeper. And your bookkeeper actually has to level up. You assign him a table, you make him a little study, and he goes in there and he spends time, which levels up his bookkeeping skills, which gives you more accurate numbers. So anyways, guys, this was just kind of a taste of Dwarf Fortress. Let me click and zoom out. I hope you guys learned something from this. I'm going to upload this, and I'm hoping some of you guys can install it and play along with me. I'm going to be posting my Let's Play series, Season 2 of my Dwarf Fortress Let's Play series, here probably in the next few hours or the next day. And leave me a comment if this helped you out, if you've never played it before. I'll actually include a link in the description to the Lazy Newb pack. Otherwise, you follow my instructions at the beginning. It's pretty easy to get started. If you have any questions, leave comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Otherwise, refer to the Dwarf Fortress wiki, and they have some getting started tutorials that are really helpful. Anyways, this is SynPlay, and I'm signing off. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys later.